Welcome back to Talking Lead. This is episode 94, and Left Hand's not here, or at least he's not here yet. So Left Hand will be joining us a little bit later. If you can't tell, my voice is a little jacked because last week we didn't have a show, and I had pneumonia again. Apparently, once I have it, the way I had it last year, which I had it twice last year, pretty bad, you're going to be susceptible to it every year. And I'm like, yay, that's just dandy. So I've got a special guest host with me. We've got Alex Freed from Asymmetric. Tell me if I'm saying it right. Asymmetric Technologies, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, good. All right. And they've got the ASP system. And I always have to stress the P at the end because there's been a few times I've told people on the phone, well, hey, they got the ASP system. Whoa! Okay, Left Hand just scared the crap out of me because he told me he was going to Skype in. And he walks in the door.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
So, Left Hand will get on his headphones and we'll get going. Sweet. So, we'll talk a little bit more about your product and a little bit more about you here in a little bit, Alex. But Left Hand's here. We'll talk about what let's just talk about Left Hand. All day, Left Hand.
Look at there. They're working.
Can you tell I picked up my style from him?
Yeah.
Oh my God! What the hell? Y'all called each other or something?
The sweater with plaid undershirt.
That's going on Instagram.
That's the way to go.
Hang on. That's kind of... But you know, hey, we'll roll with it. We don't judge. Right, that's just kind of weird, dude. So, did you do anything with guns? Because I was laid up on codeine cough syrup.
Well, I think most everybody knows that since we didn't have a show last week.
Yeah, I just explained that. Whining like a baby.
Can you hear me too?
Oh. You are now. Now say something.
How about now?
Ah, much better.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that gave me a little bit more time to get ready for hunting season, rifle season, because we were planning on it being this Saturday.
Yeah.
If you'll go back and listen to our old shows.
I was like...
We were a little wrong on the dates.
Well, and when I found out I was sick, because you knew I was going to go bow hunting with Marcus in Alabama, I got one morning in the tree stand, and he texted me, he said, hey, man, I'm getting a little cold, and I was like, I think I'm about to die. So I had to cut my trip short, and I hauled butt back to Nashville to go to the doctor.
Pneumonia?
Got pneumonia, yeah. Didn't see another deer again, man. I think I smell bad. I think I just stink.
Well,
but that was only the first time this year, so.
I think it's your Sasquatchiness.
I was going to say, it could be the size, your size.
It's got to be.
You must stand out a little bit.
They can feel the ground shake when you
Well,
walk.
and Marcus's shoot houses are not exactly built for big people. So I was a little noisy trying to get up in it.
Were you in a tree?
Yeah, he
good
does.
Lord.
He does like the shoot houses where
You're brave.
They're probably about 10 feet off the ground, but they're closed. They're enclosed. I mean, they build them by hand and everything. But
what's their load limit?
Well, Marcus broke one 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
so it couldn't have been too much. And there was a couple times when I turned
rotted.
and I heard some. But I could have gone on the big stands, but it was freaking cold, man.
I went to the Talking Lead Ranch.
Did you?
Yeah.
Scouted a little bit?
Scouted it out and got my normal place that's ready to go.
Nice.
So we're going to head up there this week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Sweet.
So we should.
You're going to put some encouragement? Like, hey, dear, come on out here. Like,
come on out. I
that?
don't think I'm going to have to.
Really?
Yeah.
No encouragement out there?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to need any. There's some good signs.
Nice.
And as we were leaving, we actually jumped two. I couldn't really tell what they were.
Yeah.
Because they took off so fast. They're about 50 yards out deep into the woods over by a pond.
You and your brother?
No, is it me and Special K?
Special K?
Pepper's son.
Oh. We're getting all these new nicknames. I'm like, who the hell's
Yeah, I think we talked about him a couple of times, but he's been in a video or two.
No, okay.
But this is his first time hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So Bonehead went out and bought a rifle without consulting with me.
Oh, God, what did he get?
He went to Academy, and he bought, it's a good rifle. He bought a 770.
Okay.
Remington 770.
Yeah.
A 308.
Okay. Yeah,
But he's left-handed. He bought a right-handed rifle for one.
Special K, if you're listening.
Well, on the other hand, it's like, all right, what do? We do firearms. We know people who sell firearms and have firearms. Why would you go to the store and buy one? So anyway,
when you've got Special K, when you've got a what would you be called? Boyfriend?
Friend.
Dad-in-law?
Just friend.
Kind of thing? Friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean,
When you got somebody that's dating your mom that has a show about guns, you may want to call him before you go buy one. If it's
I can tell you right now, he's not going to hear this. He doesn't listen. So.
Oh, okay. Well.
He just turned 20, you know.
Gotcha.
So he's one of those, when he gets an impulse to buy something, then he goes out and he'll buy it.
Runs with it.
Yeah. He'll run with it and deal with the consequences later. But anyway,
nice.
I'm helping him deal with all that. We got him safetied up. Went through some stuff with it. He didn't have to take the hunter safety course or anything, but I went through some stuff with him, basic safety and common knowledge kind of stuff that you'd need to know for hunting, because he's going to go with a couple of his friends too.
Are you going to do tree stand, ground blind, or?
I'm making him stay on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, that's smart. Your first time there.
But I've got a deer blind set up, and I've got a tree stand set up. So that's going to be fun, and it's going to be fun for him because it's his first time.
Nice.
So I'm anxious to see how well he does.
Very
especially
cool.
having to get up.
Did you tell him do not wash your clothes in Gain or Tide?
Yeah, I told him not to use soap at all, and whatever he's got, run it through the grass or whatever around his house.
You got to play a trick on him. Like,
what?
Say, okay, now that we're here, you got to roll around in the mud real quick. Get the scent off.
Oh, I'll acclimate him. Don't worry.
Yeah, good.
A fun story on that. My wife actually saw a sign for like the deer estrus. And she just looks at me with this puzzled look, and she goes, "Why would anybody want to stand around smelling like pee all day?" And I just looked at her and I said, "You don't put it on yourself."
Wait a minute. You don't? I put it on my shoes. On the bottoms.
Usually you put on like a cloth tag and stick it out, like 50, 75 yards, and they go over that way. But
I'll take the spray and spray it on the bottom of my boots.
See, that's what she saw. She'd seen people doing the spray for
I wouldn't put it on my clothes, though.
To take the smell off you, and she thought that they were spraying deer pee all over themselves. And I was like, no.
It's dead downwind or something.
I kind of wanted to not say anything and just take her and then watch her spray pee all over herself.
Yeah, I'm not into the scent or the no scent or any of that kind of stuff. I'll go all natural. Just think about it. I mean, especially in the area that I'm going to be at, deer are around people all the time, and there's people around anyway.
Marcus and I were talking about that. When I use, which one was it I use? It's not dead downwind. Anyways, scent blocker. Every time I've used it, I don't see anything. And he was like, it's probably like owned by PETA or something. And they put out this massive marketing campaign. This will take away your scent. You deer won't detect you. And it's actually repelling them away so you don't hunt another or kill another animal.
That's probably what it is.
I really don't think deer...
It's like cologne. They smell that smart. Now. All these people are wearing all these different kind.
That's true.
And the deer are like, that's Ralph Lauren. That's Calvin Klein.
Now, I will say this. I did see a white tail take off through the woods, because one came up behind me. You know how they'll blow at you. They won't bleat, and they're not grunting, but they're kind of like... And I'm like, oh, crap, it's there. So I tried to stay real still, and it blew for a good 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, because the back of the shoot house is enclosed, and the wind was blowing towards him from where I was, so it was coming up behind me. I kept hearing him blowing. I was like, 10 minutes went by and he kept blowing. I was like, well, he must be blowing at something else.
It's that hair product.
Yeah. Sure enough, I lift up the little camo section on the side. As soon as I did one more, and I saw that white tail, and that's all I saw. I didn't see if it
took off.
Yeah, he was gone. He busted me. I was mad. Then another one was blowing, because Marcus was in front of me, not directly in front of me, but he was a few hundred yards across a couple other wooded areas. Mm-hmm. And I heard one blowing at him. It was getting dark.
How far away was it?
I understand. I think he said he was like 50 yards.
50 yards with
50
a bow?
yards with a bow. Oh, and I was getting excited, too, because I heard it blowing, and I didn't realize how close Marcus was to me. So I heard the deer blowing, and then I hear the rustling through the forest, and I'm like, oh, he's coming right at me. So I had the crossbow up, and I was ready, because there's like a little lane where they come out of. Mm-hmm. Next thing I know, I see a freaking Sherlight flashlight flashing all over the place. I'm like, God. It's like it's Marcus looking for his arrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess I did do stuff with guns since the last show.
Kind of did.
I spent
a lot of time getting everything sighted in.
Yeah.
We got this 770 sighted in. Now, when I did the Bo Frankenstein, I was using subsonic ammo.
Yeah.
So I had to go resight it in because I got supersonic ammo.
Yeah, for the deer.
So I went from like a 250 grain to a 150 grain.
So you're going to take Bo Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to put him through the ringer, see what happens.
Have they got like...
but he's shooting perfect down.
Do they have like large
yards.
game loads for 300 block out now?
Oh, yeah.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They've got hog loads, everything.
Nice. If you can take down a big hog with it, it's going to take a deer down.
Yeah.
Because hog's like freaking tank hide.
I think I've got, for hunting, I've got 130 grain from, who makes it? It's like X-Tac.
Yeah. Isn't it Winchester?
No, it's not Winchester. It's, it might be Remington.
Mm.
It might be Remington. I don't know. It's got a big hog on the box, and it's a green box.
Yeah. That's one thing I love about like hunting loads. They have the type of animal it'll take on the box.
Yeah, kind of dead giveaway.
Yeah.
For us idiots. That. Oh, wonder which one of these will take a deer down. Oh, the one with the deer on it. Okay.
So, our jackwagon of the week. Let's let Arlie Ermy do his thing first.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the talking lead jackwagon of the week, so brace yourself, baby.
All right, so our jackwagon of the week. I have not liked him for a long time, and I was starting to give him a little more credit because, hey, he was going to be the keynote speaker at SHOT Show. I was like, wow, that's cool. You know, it looks like we got another programmer in the celebrity ranks with us. Well, this
Not
week,
the case.
or was it this weekend or this week?
It was
Monday,
within
I
the
think.
past week and a half.
So Jay Leno was going to be the keynote speaker at the State of the Industry at SHOT Show, which last year it was Penn and
I think
Teller.
he was going to perform also. Wasn't he going to do some stand-up?
Yeah, going to do some stand-up. He was going to speaker. Last year it was Penn and Teller. You know, they've always had some big celebrity names and that are pro-gun. Yeah. And it was kind of exciting that Jay Leno's a big name in the celebrity world to have being pro-gun.
Yeah.
Well,
and at the same time, too, there was like a little not a documentary, but a little thing he did on one of the morning shows where he went out and he gave a wounded veteran a brand new one of those Dodge
Challengers,
souped up. I mean, it's one of those special model.
Took him for a test drive and then surprised
Dodge
him.
Devil or something. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, he took him driving around. You know, he's like, "Well, how would you like to own one of these?" Yeah. And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I'd love to have one." And the kid was,
"Hey, it's yours, man. Hey, guy, hey,
I'm glad to give it to you. You know, I own
you got to
10.
bob your head like this. Hey, all right, you want a car?"
Here you go.
So, but
it was weird. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see the show? Because the kid didn't seem real excited.
Well,
during the whole show.
So here's what leads into him being our jackwagon of the week. That same day, he announced he's backing out of being the keynote speaker for SHOT Show because Mayor Bloomberg and his little freaking mayors being idiots or whatever the hell the organization.
I don't know that he claimed that, but that's what everybody's speculating.
Well, no, because
did he actually say
his people contacted, or NSSF, National Shooting Sports Foundation, contacted Jay Leno's people. Hey, why did he back out? And he said, well, Mayor Bloomberg's organization said y'all aren't about gun safety and this and this and this, and they're like, that's absolutely ridiculous. We're all for gun safety, right? Yeah. It's a National Shooting Sports Foundation. You know,
we're about not being safe with guns and people to be irresponsible with guns.
Yeah, so he backs out. Wow, I just sounded like, so he backs out, you know, hey.
Doing his voice, go ahead.
All right, so Jay Leno backs out, and hey guys, I can't do it without bobbing my head all the time like that. Anyways, that's weird. I may cut that out.
You gotta stick your chin out, too.
Yeah. So he backs out. NSSF contacts him, says, hey, look, let us tell you what we're about. Doesn't give them the chance, said, no, we're not doing it.
But don't you think he would have known what they were about before he agreed to be a keynote speaker?
I would think
at
so.
The largest firearm industry event in the world?
Yep. I would think so.
It's not one of those things where, oh, SHOT Show, what's that? Sounds like it'd be fun. Yeah, I'll go talk.
Sure.
Bullshit. They did the research. They know what NSSF is about. They know what SHOT Show is about. The kind of people that are at SHOT Show. It's an industry event.
Well, and I've heard he's a collector
too. It's no surprise.
Which, it makes me think. I wonder
into cards, he's got to be into guns.
Yeah, I wonder if he's getting into politics, and maybe somebody said, "Hey, you may not want to." Which I'm not.
No, you may not want to. You may not want to ever get elected, so don't go to SHOT Show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous.
But I find it weird, and it's kind of uncomfortable. I find it weird and uncomfortable. Y'all are dressed exactly like.
I almost went down to the goatee too.
So y'all really did plan this.
I was this close to doing the goatee this morning.
So
I was like, I got to hunt this week. So.
I find it a little weird and uncomfortable that the exact same day that they announced that he's not doing that is the day he gave that vet the car.
Well, there's no doubt.
Is it kind of like
that politics
diversion kind of thing
are behind it and drove his decision?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's in Bloomberg's pocket or what, but
it ain't good.
It doesn't send a good message, obviously, to the gun community.
I've never liked them anyway.
But I've never really heard a good excuse as to why he's backed out.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I haven't really cared because, like you said, I've never cared for Jay Leno, and when I saw that he was a keynote speaker, I was like, "There's one I don't care if I go to or not."
Well, and he's always
now Penn and Teller. I was bummed because I didn't get to go to that.
Yeah. Well, why didn't we get to go?
Probably because we were seized up in the room or something.
That could have been it.
I don't know.
Or maybe that was the thing that was $250 to go to the dinner or something like that. Hell, I don't know. But he's always been known as somebody that steals bits from other shows, and his stand-up, people were always getting onto him for
other
stealing.
artists.
Yeah. I mean, probably the most obvious one is Howard.
Comedians. Are comedians considered artists? I don't know. They just call them comedians.
Yeah, I'd say they're artists.
It's an art.
Yeah. One of the most obvious ones is Howard Stern used to always have chickens and animals pick NFL games. Mm-hmm. He'd have like two things. And then all of a sudden, Jay Leno started doing it on The Tonight Show. And that was probably the biggest one. I think it actually may have went to court. I could be wrong on that one. But
even before that, Bob and Tom were doing that.
It's one of those things.
They put up some kind of animal against Chick McGee.
Yeah.
And the animals would usually beat him at the picks.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
And what's up with him leaving and then coming back and leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back to the Tonight Show
and screwing over Conan O'Brien?
Oh,
completely.
Gosh.
I felt bad for that guy. I like Conan.
I'd love to get Conan on the show.
Heck yeah.
I wonder if he's pro.
I bet we can convert him.
You think so?
He seems laid back. He doesn't seem like real political or anything.
No, not at all. Conan's not political. No.
Yeah, so Jay Leno, welcome to the Jackwagon train. I hope you like hanging out with Feinstein over there.
Yeah, we'll have him a seat right next to Jose Canseco.
Yeah.
While he's cleaning his firearm. Did you see where Jose's girlfriend has left him now?
Because he shot his finger off?
Apparently there's probably more to that story.
Maybe he had really talented fingers.
I don't know, but it says that they had a really heated argument, and apparently he got right with his girlfriend's mother over the phone or something too. I don't know.
Roids will sometimes make you do stupid stuff like that.
But surely he's not on roids still.
He's in pretty good shape last time I saw him. For what? What is he now? 50-something?
Yeah, he's 50-something.
So Alex, our guest. So
Alex in the house.
Alex being here was a complete and total accident just because Jim Irwin and I were dead tired and we're just trying to find something else at AUSA. And we walked by this guy.
How does that make you feel? Oh my gosh.
Brings a lot of faith.
But we love you now.
To me and my product.
Well, it is the product because, we're walking by and we're just looking at every booth and we see this guy just slinging his gun up and it's sticking to something. And we're like, what the hell is that? So finally Jim was like, that looks useful. And of course, everybody knows Jim's background. So we walk up and we start talking to him. And, then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, dude, hunting applications and this and this and this. And I was like, that thing's brilliant. I said, I'm not going to the Georgia shoot, but I'm going to call Brandy, get you hooked up with her. And when you get there, hook up with this guy named Left Hand and do some videos with him. So that's kind of how all this came to be.
And that's what we did.
Yeah.
We did a nice little video with the stand-in Zeke.
Yeah.
Of the day was Mac.
Yeah,
Tim from Mac.
Yeah. The voiceless Tim.
Yeah, he wasn't able to talk. He was a little hoarse.
Yeah.
But,
he was a little what?
Hoarse.
Oh, I'm glad I heard this. He was a little hoarse.
Raspy.
So
the ASP, assisted shoulder pocket.
Artificial shoulder pocket.
You changed the name?
Well, it was advanced at first.
Okay.
So it was the advanced shoulder pocket.
If you keep changing the name, how am I supposed to get it right?
And then we changed it to the
So we just
artificial
call it
shoulder
ASP.
pocket. Yeah, it's the ASP.
We'll get it right every time.
Not the ASP, just the ASP.
ASP, like the
ASP.
snake.
Yep.
yeah.
Not like the baton.
Is that the logo you're going to come out with a snake?
Yeah, it actually
Yeah.
does have a snake
Yeah.
on it.
Oh, you've already got the...
Yeah, here, I'll show it to you. I got one on my card.
Oh, okay.
We can pull this out.
Cool.
But before we dig too deep into that,
He's going to pull this out.
let's talk about you. He's whipping it
Let's
out.
talk about
All right,
you.
all right, wrong cards, but here, you can have one of those.
So how'd you get into guns originally?
Well, my dad was a cop for 27 years.
Okay.
So I grew up with those. You know, my dad got me my first gun, I think, when I was maybe 14.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I'd been around him a lot younger than that. He'd take me to the police station. We'd go shooting and whatnot. But, yeah, so...
Where was this?
Up in Ohio.
Okay.
Northern Ohio, right by
Gun
Cleveland.
friendly
That's where
state.
Nicole's from.
Yep.
So, yeah,
I
so...
don't see a snake in there.
Well, yeah, it's like I said, it's the wrong card.
Oh,
I got another one just for the product.
I didn't hear that part. My bad.
It's got like a little squiggly on it, the hat that I was wearing. No, I don't know. I'll show it to you.
Okay. I'll watch the video.
Yeah, see that video that you're in.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in that one.
So from your dad being a cop in Ohio.
Yeah, and he brought me up, you know, to respect firearms and know how to handle them from a pretty young age
Gotcha.
because he had them around the house, you know, and so I just kind of grew up with them.
What's your first firearm?
My dad gave me a Ruger single 6.
Still have
Really?
it?
Yeah, I don't actually. It's one of the guns I want back.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll skip to the fifth question. What? So that's the one you
There's
want
one
back?
gun you
Yeah.
can have back.
Yeah, so when I was in the military, you know, living in the barracks, I'm living paycheck to
Man,
paycheck.
he's like answering our questions without us asking.
I sold it to my buddy that was living with me, and then he ended up giving it to his dad as a present because his dad liked those old guns. And this thing had been from like the 70s. Had, you know, the switchable cylinders. You could do the 22 long or 22 mag.
Nice. Yeah.
It was pretty nice. But since I know who has it, I'm going to attempt to get it back. You know, just buy it off of him for whatever.
You've got
market
an
is.
idea where it's at then.
Yeah, his dad
could
still has
possibly
it.
get
So
it back.
yeah,
Ooh.
you know, it's one of those things you feel bad about after the fact. You know, you're young, you don't really appreciate, you know, or have that nostalgia yet, and then you get older, and you're like,
Yeah.
I never should have done that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just mentioned you've got some military background. Talk a little bit about your background military.
Yeah, so I was in the Marine Corps. I was a scout sniper in Marine
What's
Recon.
that?
So I was a sniper in Marine Recon, and then I did some time in MARSOC as an instructor. So I did a total of 8 years. Did a couple tours to Iraq and ran around Southeast Asia for a little bit.
Ran around or just laid there really still for days at a time?
Kind of both.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was a lot of jungle, a lot of rain,
Really?
a lot of humidity. Yeah,
Wow.
What's
over in Thailand, Philippines.
Okay.
that kind of area.
what's a
Gotcha.
good story you can tell us?
About being in the military?
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean,
What's a good funny one? You got to have some good funny ones.
there's all kinds
Nothing
of
that's going to have like black helicopters and guys busting
Yeah.
through the door.
Yeah.
all kinds of good around the
kinda
barracks. You know, a bunch of ridiculousness. You know, at the barracks, rowdy. You know, deployment parties and things like that. You know, zip lining off of the roof on 150 lines.
What's the craziest target you ever shot?
Like the farthest, the longest.
Craziest, yeah. Just target something y'all set up. that-
Well, it wasn't sexy or anything, but just on like a long range, hitting, you know, like 12 or 1400 yard targets with an M40, you know, 308.
Wow. Nice.
Not
this is like it's nothing. He's like,
well, unfortunately
He
not.
shrugs as he shrugs his shoulders like, yeah, you know. Hey.
Well, it sounds cool when I say, but it obviously wasn't a first round impact. That was you know, couple
walking
of
it in.
walking it in off the wind. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you know,
Now, how realistic? When were you in?
from 2003 to 2011.
Okay, so this was after that then. But how realistic is the movie Jarhead? Because have you watched it?
Yeah, it's not
The first
Okay.
one, not the second one.
Yeah.
You
So
saw
the
the
one,
second one?
There's a Jarhead
That's
too,
ridiculous. Yeah, don't even
Really?
look for it.
That's gotta be a B
It's
movie.
Stupid, yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was based off the first
Gulf
Gulf
War, yeah.
War.
So that's got what Jamie Foxx is their
Yeah.
platoon sergeant for this.
Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jack Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal,
Yeah.
Gillian Hall,
Gillian Hall, whatever. his name
Gilligan Halls.
is. Yeah.
No, I didn't think that
Gilligan
was.
balls. He's got a sister too.
Yeah, Maggie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maggie Gilligan balls. Wasn't she in Independence Day or something like that?
She's doing something recently that I saw.
She was in the Batman movie.
yeah.
Bruce,
yeah, the most recent, or not
Bruce
the,
Wayne's love interest.
Yeah.
the first one.
in the
First
one
Dark
with
Knight.
the one with Heath Ledger. That was the one she was
The one
in.
with Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Heath Ledger was like at the little ball
yeah,
where he
yeah.
shows up.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a knife to her throat or something. I can't remember.
Something like that.
Talks about cutting her smile and all that crap.
Yeah. Best Joker ever.
So, because like in that movie, you know, he was a sniper. It may have been. I mean, he was a Marine, so
Yeah, he was
scout
he was
sniper,
a
probably.
scout sniper.
But they were talking about how like it was just constantly doing nothing, and
Well, you got think too. Those guys showed up. Gulf War. They showed up in the desert like months and months before anything happened. So they just
Yeah.
sat in Kuwait and got sweaty waiting for the war to start. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the ground combat. Really, I mean, it was what 40 something hours.
yeah,
It wasn't very long.
yeah. Before white
Campaign.
flags started going. "Ah."
And
So-
the oil wells just
Yeah, burning the oil wells. I mean, we all saw that on the news. I mean, that part
Yeah.
was pretty accurate, I think.
yeah.
But
Burning oil wells. That was the accuracy of the movie Jarhead. What was
everything,
accurate about the movie? They burned oil wells.
everything was on fire.
It was in the sand.
There
it was
you
in
go.
the desert.
Yeah.
So when it comes to pop culture, and that can be a book, TV show, movie, comic book, video game, if it involves firearms, what's your go-to? What's your favorite?
I will admit, I do play some of the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
So I get on the Battlefield 4. I'm not really a Call of Duty guy,
Uh-huh.
but I do play a little bit of that Battlefield.
Why not Call of Duty and Battlefield?
So Battlefield's a lot bigger as far as like your
Your
play
terrain,
area.
Yeah.
maps.
You have to be a little bit more strategic. Like, you
Right.
know, it takes a little bit more. I mean, it's still a video game, obviously, but
Yeah.
you know, it's not as like running around corners and just spraying and praying at people. It's a little bit more. You can sit out
You
and
can
call
snipe.
artillery
You
on
can actually
somebody,
snipe.
or you can sit out and like call the wind and you
Yeah.
know try to hit people. You know, I mean, you can do a lot of other stuff in there. And it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
interact with the
See,
vehicle.
Plus, there's some other dude playing. You know, there's some other guy in wherever the hell Korea playing as a pilot, and he comes
Yeah.
flying in 5 feet off the deck, blowing up. So it's like, okay, it's kind of cool.
well, I tried playing some Call of Duty for the first time in a while I was sick, and I wanted to jump through the screen and choke people because they're running around full sprint with these sniper rifles and just going boop, boop. And what do they call it?
Quick snipe.
Quick snipe,
Quick
quick
scope,
scope, or
quick
something
scope,
like that. I'm
yeah.
like, I just got so pissed off. I was like, that is
scoping.
the biggest crap. I had to turn it off.
Yeah, you need to get on with the Battlefield.
Yeah, I may have to.
I tried the first Battlefield, and it was just I like the size of the maps and the the reality of it, and like you're talking about the strategy that you got to put into it, and you can actually do teams and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They work a lot better. But to me, it was so hard to build up your level, because you got to start off with basically sticks and rocks.
Right. Yeah.
Really?
No,
Well, not really.
not really. But
You just you got iron sights. You don't have any optics. You
Yeah.
don't have any like extra. You just got to kind of go with it.
yeah, and it's so hard to build that up, and then once you start getting that to that certain level, then it starts to be fun. But it takes you so long to get there. I just didn't have the patience for it, so went back to Call of Duty.
Also, you're a Call of Duty guy. You too, huh?
I am Call of Duty.
I can't really get into it that much. My problem is like if
I'm a camper.
If
I like
have
to camp.
if I have an addiction, it's probably video games because I've got nothing against them. I just know that if I sit down to play it at 8, 9 o'clock, I look down at my watch and it's 4 a.m. I just can't. I can't get sucked in like that.
I've got
Now I can deal with sports games because you play a game and you're done. You walk away. But
you can always play another game. You always play another game.
But
You
see,
always play
Call of
another game.
Duty, it's all about leveling up. So it's like, oh, I'm so many points from the next level. It shows me.
Yeah,
how
but
many
then once you
I
get
gotta
there,
play
then you're
again.
done.
But see, now what needs to happen is both of you guys need to get the Battlefield 4, and then we need to create our own little
But see, your
Talking Lead
PS4
squad.
But your PS4.
And what are you?
Xbox.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We didn't get you on Xbox.
No, man.
No,
It's
man.
terrible.
Well,
See, I'm hedging my bets over here. Like,
Did you
some
get the
people like
Xbox
Glock,
One?
some people like SIG, some people like.
You have the
Started
Xbox
Xbox.
One?
I like PS4.
Yeah, we got that.
See, I'm still on 360.
I mean, well, he doesn't listen.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas present, but I've been testing it.
I
out.
got you. I'll upgrade soon, but I'm still on the 360.
I tell you what, if Talking Lead will donate me an Xbox One, I will come play with y'all.
See if we can't get a sponsor for that.
I'll even
Maybe asymmetrical sponsors for that.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll even wear a Talking Lead patch on my little guy in the game.
Can
We
you customize
get
that?
a talking lead
Yeah.
patch. Oh, speaking of which, we may have some by shot.
Well, you guys, you'll see us there.
Yeah.
So, is there currently, or has there ever been, a firearm or maybe even a piece of kit that you're ashamed to admit to have owning or owned?
No.
Never, nothing?
Never.
Yes.
I got all kinds
Thank
of
you.
shit. However, I mean, I don't have like the skull and bone
We
face
don't mean that
mask
in a
or
negative way.
any of that kind of stuff. I don't know. I never had a gun. Like I'm kind of practical when it comes to my firearms.
Yeah, well, I mean, like and I guess, you being in the military, you probably had a different approach to it than somebody not like myself. And I just go out and I was like, ooh, that looks good, that looks cool, that sounds good, that sounds cool. And I would just start buying and amassing all kinds of crap.
Let's put it this way. When we started talking lead, his bag would fit on this table.
No, it was even before then.
And now it's kind of gotten down to about this size.
I still like my gear, but I'm more selective, and
He's more
it actually
practical
needs
now.
Yeah.
it actually needs to serve a purpose for something that I don't already have now. Because before I'd get 3 different things that would do the same thing, but maybe a different way or a different capacity.
One would look cooler.
Yeah,
12 different colors of the same.
I mean, I remember I bought when they first came
yes.
out. I bought
Ooh,
a
new color. Got to get it.
I
new
bought
camo.
an M&P 40 when they first came out, and I was embarrassed by that thing's trigger.
M&P 40.
Yeah, thing had it was
We're
like
not fans of him.
rubbing sandpaper on asphalt. That's what that trigger felt like.
I mean, it's not that I'm not fans of Smith & Wesson or the M&P brand. It's
Yeah.
just we did a competition with them, and
I just don't
it's
have
not
the
a gun
experience
you can pick up
with
and
it.
be really good with.
Yeah, you might.
If I
might
had
wanna
it
cut
and I
that part
shot
out and
it-
dissing me to Smith & Wesson just in case.
More
I need to talk
often,
to
I
him later.
might like it, but
Or maybe that'll get them to contact us.
that'd be great. But
6 months from now, and I'm like, hey guys, they're like, yeah, I remember you.
Oh, has there been a gun you? Well, you already said that.
Yeah, the gun I wanted back,
Yeah.
right? So that's that
When-
single 6.
When it comes to bucket list guns, let's say money is no object. It doesn't matter. You can get whatever you want. What would be the gun you get?
no rules apply.
I would get a 40 millimeter Bofors mounted on the back of a 7-ton. Yeah,
That's a first.
that'd be my get out of
That
Dodge
was-
truck.
That was a
Yeah.
quick answer too.
Would it be a Dodge?
I mean, I haven't thought about it.
Would it be a
No,
Dodge
you haven't
truck?
thought of that.
No, it'd be like a military 7-ton
Oh,
with
okay.
like a flatbed model.
Yeah.
with a 40 millimeter Bofors mounted on the back with like
Nice.
a full, able to spin around and everything. I mean, it wouldn't be able to point forward, but I get the back 180.
Yeah.
Well, why not point forward?
No, just the barrel's too
You
long.
can do
Hit
anything you want
hit
to.
the cab of the truck.
Well, make it a little taller.
Make a mount.
Yeah, I guess so.
Telescoping. It tells
Remember, this is anything.
I mean, if
Have a little joystick in there, with the camera where you can just.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Or
if we're gonna go absolutely nuts, I'd probably just get like a
optics. It'll
some
follow
kind of
your eyes.
APC with a Crow system on it.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the Crow medium weights. They got like a 30 millimeter cannon on them.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I want to take
One of those that
the
goes. Zzz, zzz.
like 30 mil, like these.
Yeah,
that's
but it spits them out like that, like 300 rounds a minute.
Oh, they're fast. Yeah,
See, I'll get the Gatling gun from inside the A10 and then mount it on top of the FJ.
On the FJ,
Yeah, too bad it's like twice the length of the FJ.
you
but
probably knock it over when you fired it.
the FJ would go.
I'd be driving and it'd knock me back 20 feet in.
So there's no laws and no rules apply, and you're going to mount it on the FJ.
Oh, yeah, good point. I'll just have the A10. Just give me the damn
Just
A10.
get the A10.
Yeah.
It may take you 10 years to learn how to fly it, but
So now back to the ASP. We're going to, for the new rule, the rest of the show, you have to say the ASP.
asp. Spit with a little spit. Asp.
Bit. So
So I got firsthand.
Yeah, go for it.
Did you get to play with it at
At AUSA, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought it was very cool. Now, since we posted that video on our Facebook page, we've had a couple of questions. And I thought this one was a pretty legitimate question.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, I think it was on Facebook. It might have been on the video page. It might have been on YouTube. But they're saying, all right, what if you go opposite shoulder, you switch shoulders, and you're shooting steel-cased ammo? Where are those shells? Are those shells going to come?
The
I would
magnetic.
think it's not that strong of a magnet.
The field's probably only, an inch or so?
Yeah, it's extremely localized. So I mean, your overall magnetic well is the size of like a baseball. But to actually get something ferrous to attach to it, you got to be pretty damn close.
I think we ought to test that out.
And it's even more. So anything ferrous obviously will adhere to it because it's a magnet.
Right.
Yeah.
But the reason that the system works for us is because there's actually multiple magnets, and the magnets attract each other stronger than if it was
Yeah.
just a piece of metal.
And,
I mean, we have had guys like in the military wearing them during live fire exercises. One guy jumped out of the prone, and there was a bunch of link from a 240, and it stuck to the shoulder portion and the buttstock, but he was able to shoulder his weapon and still continue to fire. Then he just brushed him off. It wasn't
right.
It wasn't a huge deal. But no, it's not going to. If you're shooting left-handed and you're shooting steel case ammo and you're ejecting to the right, it's not going to snatch him out of the air. And it's just not.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you might get one that deflects back over there, but then you're just going to knock it off.
Yeah, it's not going to be where you're fighting.
And it's not
going to
prevent you from still shouldering the
because
the firearm.
The magnets will magnetize anything that's magnetic, so it actually, even if you coated it with shell casings, essentially, and then
total squirrel moment while I'm looking for this.
Yeah,
I freaking love Dave Moore, dude. his picture
is that not cool?
Yeah, he's just chilling on the phone.
Dave Moore, yeah, he's just like.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Talking lead is what he says. He's on the phone talking lead. Get it?
Took me a while. I got
it. So essentially, even if you did have something small attached to your magnet, it's going to magnetize. And you're still going to be able to use the system, and then you can brush off whatever happens to be there.
Yeah. So let's go into details, and for our listeners who haven't seen the video, you guys haven't covered this yet about what the product is.
No,
not
at all.
Go ahead and tell us about the product.
So essentially,
the purpose and
right. So my company, Asymmetric Technologies, we're a group of veterans, and through our mutual experiences in combat, we all kind of identified that there was an issue when you tried to shoulder the stock of your weapon when you're wearing your armor systems, especially the modern armor systems. It erases that shoulder pocket, and the first thing you learn in marksmanship is to shoulder your weapon in the appropriate place, and then get a solid cheek weld. And again, that's just hard to do when you got the armor on. So we wanted to find a way to be able to find that or create some kind of artificial shoulder pocket. And there had been a few different ways in the past that had been tried by other people, putting like a grippy rubber substance on their vests in that area. In our company, we had tried mechanical means, like a little cup where the bottom of your buttstock would kind of latch into it. However, that only works. I mean, it's size dependent. If I was wearing it and it was on me and it was going to work, and then I gave it to Zeke, it would completely screw up the way he handles his weapon.
Sound fat?
I'm just saying that we're completely different sizes. So one of the guys in my company, his name's Chris Clanton. He's the kind of the genius behind using magnets, and he decided to try it out, and it really, really worked. And so we were able to create, what we call, and what actually is, an artificial shoulder pocket where your weapon is stabilized and mounted to your shoulder through the magnets. What we didn't realize was that it was going to have a bunch of other secondary benefits that we actually think are more beneficial than just the original idea of having this, be able to seat it.
Have a consistent shoulder pocket. Yeah.
So, your secondary benefits are, one, because of the way the magnets are orientated, you get the same positioning every time. It orientates that stock, so you have consistency, which helps you with your accuracy. But it also takes a lot of the felt weight of the weapon off of your arms and brings it back.
That's what I noticed right off was the weight elimination from your firearm. It took that your left hand, bracing and supporting the weapon to where it was just more of it just took like a little thumb or a forefinger to be able to adjust it a little bit up.
It's really fascinating how much weight can be taken off just from something holding the buttstock.
Yeah.
Because when I first did it, held it up and it kind of clicked, and like you said, it was all of a sudden the rifle weighed half of what it normally would.
Yeah, I mean it's an instant noticeability, benefit that you can feel. It's like boom, wow. I'm a lot lighter weight. I'm a lot quicker because you're going to be a lot quicker with it because it's lighter now.
We're using more of your force instead of maintaining the weapon in the ready position or making sure that the buttstock's staying in your shoulder. You're changing what you're using your force on, and now you're using that force to stabilize the system.
Now, who was it? Was it Rachel Stacy that was doing it with one hand?
Yeah, Rachel.
Speaking of it,
musician Rachel Stacy got to test it out too. I mean, she's not by any means a little scrawny petite. I mean, she's like a fitness physique model or something. I don't know, but I mean, still, for a female to take it, she just brought it up with one hand. Okay. So she just brought it up one hand and she was shooting it. As if she had a wounded left arm. So that's another application that if you're wounded, you can't use one of your other arms. That would help assist and keep you in the fight.
Yeah, essentially anything you have to do where you need
Keeps
to manipulate
you more accurate.
Right, when you need to manipulate your weapon system one-handed. So, dog handlers is a big one. If you're a dog handler, whether police or military, and you're trying to manipulate a carbine single-handed, it's a huge pain if you're trying to actually bring it from the low ready up to the high ready, get it mounted in your shoulder, and then try to engage anything with it.
Yeah,
like you said, left hand. If you're wounded, if you're just moving shit out of a room. You come in to clear a room, and now you've got obstacles. You're trying to push something out of the way.
Or maybe, like you said, you've got a canine, you're holding it back with one arm, and you've got this your other hand that you can manipulate the firearm with. But it also declasp, is that what you call it? Comes down so you can hang the weapon also, which is not meant to be. I was going to go on. It's not made to be a retention system.
No,
but at the same time, it can assist with that with your retention system as well.
Right. So it has like a main part that's attached to your vest, and then there's a front flap that you can actually pull down. There's magnets in both sides so that they attract when you bring it back up. But it will hold your weapon there on your right side or left side, wherever you're at it hanging.
Put it this way: when we were at AUSA. And that was the first thing I asked you. I was like, don't touch the rifle. And I tried to pull it, and you got to really yank on that thing for it to pop off the magnet.
You got to really yank on it, don't you?
Yeah, you really got to yank on it hard.
A couple of times.
To get it to pop off.
Yeah. But what I was going to say about that was, so we haven't said to our listeners, it attaches to your carrier on the shoulder portion.
Right.
Obviously, we're talking about a pocket.
In the same manner that you'd have like a.
So it's just like a Velcro
there.
system,
right? It just Velcros around that strap. You can use it on anything.
Yeah. So you don't have to buy a whole carrier. You just buy the asp,
right?
And you could put it on your existing carrier.
Right. And I wear mine sometimes. I just wear it on a day pack. I think you saw me doing that at the range at the shoot.
Yeah.
I had it hanging off a day pack. You can wear it on a chest rig, without armor. Essentially anything that has a strap there. I mean, you could, if you had a pair of suspenders on, you could put it on a pair of suspenders.
That's what I was going to say. I was either suspenders, like overalls for hunting, or y'all could come up with a hunting vest, hunting orange with that and hunter orange.
Well, we're working on a prototype for an armorless system, for a system that doesn't require you to be wearing some kind of kit.
Yeah.
They would essentially be like a shoulder holster, but then would mount our product on it. And that's going to be aimed at either sportsmen in the field, hunters, and especially bird hunters that want to have their shotgun up the whole time they're walking through.
Well, that magnet is so strong. You just have a magnet they put under their shirt, and it just clasps onto the magnet.
Well, we're trying to find one that, like, if you're going to do PSD and you're wearing a suit or something like that, and you're carrying a PDW class or a submachine gun, you'd be able to sling it, and then it'd actually slide and rotate, so you could have it connected to the magnet the whole time while you come, from low ready to high ready. And they would just stay underneath your jacket. So we've got some designs, and that's an area we're moving into for the next generation of products.
And y'all have got patents on all this too.
Yeah, we have the patent on the product, and then also we have an IP on the idea of actually attaching a weapon to armor with or to a person with magnets.
Yeah, that's neat. It's important.
Yeah, I mean, keeps. Hopefully keep some other people from swooping in. And
so anybody out there listening, if you hear this, you can't copy it. Well, you could try.
You could contact Asymmetric Technologies if you've got an idea. I'm sure they would work with you.
Yeah. And Alex is silent. He's like,
No, you can call me. We'll talk about it.
Call me personally. I'll use it. And maybe years down the road, I'll throw
that's actually one
take you out to dinner.
For our guys, like my guys from my former units and other people, police officers and whatnot, have they have mentioned a couple different things to us. And that's that's something that we're looking into, is using some of these other ideas or trying to find a solution specifically for things. A couple of units have asked us for to solve a problem that they have through the use of magnets, and so we're looking into it. So that's actually something that we do. And if a guy's got a good idea and he brings it to us, I mean,
all right. So why 88 pounds?
Okay, so that was me just saying 88 pounds. We haven't actually got it on a scale and figured out how much it's going to hold, but the attractive force between two magnets. Now that's not.
So it has nothing to do with
whatever that guy was talking about. Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did.
That was ridiculous.
It was absolutely ridiculous. The first weird comment.
I deleted
dying.
it. I deleted it off our YouTube because it was so ridiculous. A guy
was out
saying,
there.
"Oh, it's why 88 pounds? Well, it's 88 pounds because they're Masonic and Masons are the devil worshippers and blah blah blah." And he was going on and on and on and on. I was like, "That's stupid," so I deleted it.
Yeah, I don't even know where these people come from.
Should have left it so other people start blasting him.
It was so ridiculous. You could pull
Well,
it up.
isn't there
as an administrator, you
isn't
can
there
see it.
something Nazi about the number 88 or something?
Well, they
I
had
thought
that.
was six.
they had that-
SS 66.
Well, now the 88 was a German flak gun that they also used as an anti-tank
yeah.
gun.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, the German 88. Yeah, they used to shoot our tanks and aircraft with it. So
yeah.
it's not a piece of artillery. But anyway, so the 88 came from me ballparking the attractive force between two of these rare earth magnets, and they pull together at about 80 pounds. It's not going to, you're not going to hold 80 pounds of weaponry.
Right.
You can't sling your Mod Deuce off of it.
I want to do a video with it.
Shoulder
Of
mall
us
with
just
it.
showing everything we can stick to it.
Well,
All right,
one of
let's
the,
start off.
Gunk.
We'll start off with
Canteen,
like
gunk.
with like our Glock,
Yeah.
and then we'll go a little bit bigger each time. We'll go up to like a Desert Eagle. Then we'll get up to
And do
rifles.
quick cuts to where it's like, wah, 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 wah.
And then we got a Malduce.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll hold that one up.
it'll hold your Copenhagen can,
Nice.
right? A lot of the guys that we've showed it to like that benefit. You never lose your Copenhagen can.
The new metal Bud Light cans. Funk. Shunk. Yeah. Do all kinds of crazy. That's what we'll do. You're doing all the guns and ratcheting up, and I'm just taking random crap and going, gunk.
Putting skull on there and getting the dip
Yeah.
as you're doing it. Putting your,
I'll put a can up there and unscrew it, and it just falls out, and I take whatever's left.
get like your phone, stick it on there. Chunk.
Now that would erase it.
No,
Nope.
Really?
No.
Wouldn't ruin it?
no.
No,
So that's
because
actually.
we talked about. That's going to be my next question. What are people's concerns about electronics?
And I'm glad you asked because that is something that I want to hit to because we get a lot of questions about how it's going to affect your
the
electronics.
Yeah.
Your radios.
And so the short answer is it won't. Now, if you have
Hard drive?
no, if you have an 8-track, if you have a VHS, anything that's like magnetically written, like those magnetic tape devices,
8-track.
So if you're still rocking your 1982 model whatever computer system that runs on huge magnetic tapes, don't walk too close to it with this thing.
Do you have an ASP on you?
No.
ASP.
But here's the
Test
thing.
your phone out.
So like
No, I was going to see if I could erase this jump drive.
you can't.
Really?
It's a solid state. It's not. It just doesn't work like that.
Huh.
So like we've attached our cell phones to them and made calls.
You can throw your keys up there. It's a key holder.
So if it's safe, you could just slap it up, put it on speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
seriously, I've done that. Yeah. I mean, when we had it with first with the 38th Infantry out in Fort Carson,
I just
was a
thought
unit
of-
that tested this product, and they were on a full live fire demonstration where they were running out. Excuse me, not demonstration, but field exercise where they were out there assaulting an objective and then moving under support by fire positions. They had strikers out doing what they do. So these guys were moving from inside strikers with all their comms and everything running. GPS equipment, all that kind of stuff. They had no comm issues. It's just not going to interfere with that kind of stuff. Now,
Right.
if you took one of our magnets, took out your hard drive, touched them together, physically touched them together, and started rubbing the magnet back and forth really, really fast for like a long period of time,
Right.
it may be possible to induce some type of electric current in that device that may short circuit it if you create enough energy. However, if you're doing that, you're misusing the product. But if you just stick it to your phone, if you stick it to your computer, it's not going to erase what you got going on.
You could put a rearview mirror on there.
Well, if it's that safe with electronics, I just thought of a whole new application. Runners. You got groups of runners. I used to have buddies that would like turn their phone on, stick it in their pocket, and we'd all listen to the same music as we were jogging. And just, slap it right up there.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you got those little armbands that you put it in, and that thing's,
Colonel
Yeah,
Who?
but those don't look cool.
yeah. I mean, you can't like throw it and it will stick to it. One thing it will interfere with, other than your magnetically written media, is your compass. It's going to throw your compass off, right? So same way as if you're trying to take a compass check and you're standing next to a tank,
But how
it's going to
much?
mess it up.
How close would it have to be to do it?
You need to be like 10 meters, 5 meters.
Oh, really? That close?
Well, actually,
I mean,
10.
that far.
Probably like 5 meters. You're going to want to get away from it. It's the same rules. If you look at the rules for like, don't stand under power
Wait
lines.
a minute. How are you if you're alone and you're lost? Are you going to like have to throw your compass 5 meters and hope you can see it?
Just
Or
take the ASP
You
off.
take the ass off. It's Velcroed.
Yeah.
see, that's why y'all are the smart ones.
Just take it off and set it down.
And
then
don't
go.
carry your rifle or take your buttstock off because
Well,
it's got a
it's
magnet
easy.
in it too.
Yeah, you can take that off easy.
Now, can the attachment to the buttstocks, can you put it on any buttstock?
So right now we've got it just for the standard U.S. military issue M4 style buttstock. That was our first thing to go to, and then we're going to start incorporating it into other systems. So, for your 870, for Magpul stocks, for
P5.
other military weapons, we want to get it into sniper systems,
Yeah.
the 249, things like
Nice.
that.
Do y'all have any other products coming out, like firearms related? Or is it pretty much y'all are running with the ASP right now?
Yeah, for right now, our only product is the ASP. The company, Asymmetric Technologies, we do other things. We are a services company, mainly doing technology integration for the military.
So you got a magnet genius working for you, right? The guy that kind of
Yeah.
any railgun in the works,
No.
maybe.
I mean, not that I can tell you about.
Yes, that would be awesome
Or maybe a magnetic vehicle.
because it's possible. You just have to have strong.
You just sound
enough
like
magnets.
Christopher Walken.
Well, the
It's
Navy's
possible.
got their
Frankenstein didn't scare me
My
superheroes
scare me.
because they're fast.
I think Lockheed Martin or somebody like that, Raytheon's making one for the Navy.
Railguns.
They've got a working model.
But just the concept of that to where you can take any chunk of metal, boom, and you're firing a projectile. That would be awesome. You just have to have magnets that are timed right, strong enough to propel it along the rail.
The physics behind that's a lot way
It's
over
a
my
lot.
head.
It's a lot. The strength of those magnets would be insane. But damn, it would be cool.
Don't have fillings next to them. How's that affect fillings? People with fillings.
yeah.
No, it doesn't.
To give them headaches.
So if you have
Can they tune in Tokyo?
If you have a pacemaker, if you're wearing a pacemaker, you probably don't want to get our magnet too close to that thing. But if you got felons in it, it's just not big
Braces?
enough for. Yeah, it's not an issue.
Bionic
I mean,
eyes.
don't touch a magnet to your teeth. Don't.
You know
purposely.
people
If
will
you start,
do that.
If you start chewing on a magnet, it's going to stick to your braces. So, I mean,
Might
common
feel a
sense.
little pull there. Metal plate in your head, neck.
But if you got it, walking around and you're getting in and out of a vehicle, you're not going to stick to the vehicle. I mean, we had guys.
You're like, guys!
Remember the super glue commercial? The guy with the hard hat up on the beams.
Hang him up there.
We had guys running in and out of strikers, and they didn't have an issue.
Gotcha. Well, and the way you get out, I mean, you'd have to. Even if it did grab it, it's not that hard.
No, and you have to be close. You have to be within an inch for it to really pull you into something, especially
Sure.
when you're wearing it. If you just have it and
Like
you
you
set
said,
it
it's
down,
like a 3-inch by 1.5, 2-inch kind of thing.
It's about the size
Yeah,
of a
it's like-
cigar cutter.
it's like it's smaller than that. The actual
Smaller
magnet,
than that,
the
yeah.
magnets themselves are like 2x2.
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
2x2.
Yeah.
I was saying a 3x2, but well, cool.
So, if people want to purchase one, can they purchase them for civilians right now?
Yeah, so right now they're available for pre-order.
Okay.
We're going to production coming up here soon in December and then into January.
How do they pre-order them?
You
My
can go
voice
to
is going.
the ASP website, so that's the aspsystem.co.
Okay.
You go to that site, and then there's a pull-down tab where you can purchase the product, and then it'll log a pre-order with
If you
us.
want to see a full-on demonstration of it, go to our YouTube channel. We've got the video there.
I think it's the most recent one.
It says asymmetric interview, so you guys can see it in action there, and then you can go to asymmetric. What's your website again?
Well, our company website's asymmetric.com, but if you want to see the ASP, you can go to aspsystem.co, or you can just go on YouTube and you can search for artificial shoulder pocket, and it'll bring up our first YouTube video. It'll bring up your guys' YouTube video.
Nice.
And then we're doing another promotional video coming up on December 6th. We're kind of having a range day demo live fire.
There may
inviting
be
bunch
a
of people out.
surprise guest cameo in that video as well.
Hoping for that.
Jay Leno?
No,
Oh.
left hand.
Oh.
Left-handed Z,
Nice.
maybe.
Yeah,
I'm in it?
sure.
December
How
the
much
6th.
codeine cough syrup was I having?
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
December the 6th.
No, December 6th.
I was like, wait a
So
minute.
we've got our company's based out of Columbus, Ohio, and we've got some property about an hour and a half south of the city. We got 120 acres,
Nice.
and we've got a range set up. We just got a bunch of steel from shootsteel.com. They hooked
Good
us up
company.
with awesome guys. Met them out at the YouTube shoot there at Iraq Veteran 888.
Yeah, just
4 of them.
Just 4 8s.
just keep going. You'll
8
get
to
it.
the 4th
Yeah.
power.
I always mess it up.
So
I
down
think we
there,
messed it up in our video.
At least he stopped saying Iraqi veteran.
Iraqi veteran. Yeah. That's not a good one.
Yeah.
No,
I used to say Iraqi vet. 888. It's Iraq veteran.
but yeah, those guys got us some steel, so we're gonna have that out there. A few other sponsors are sending us kit and equipment. The guys from the VSO Gun Channel are coming out. We got Franklin County Sheriffs. I think they're coming out. We're trying to get some other departments to come out, some other military units, and then a bunch of my guys that are former recon and MARSOC cats that live in the area or that are on leave at the time are going to come out and shoot with us. We're going to do a video, and get everything for the commercial ready, and then probably get some binary explosives out there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, guys from U.S. Chemical Supply.
I mean, that's cool.
It's kind of cool.
So yeah, it should be a big thing. We're going to provide ammo, provide food. There's going to be a big bonfire burning, keep everybody warm. We got a metal building out there that's going to be all set up and ready to go. So it should be a good day.
You got social media running too, or
Us.
Yeah, you guys, VSO Gun Channel, like I said.
Huh?
You guys.
No. I'm talking about for Asymmetric Technologies. Do y'all have social media?
I mean, just start. So we have a Facebook page. You can look for the Artificial Shoulder Pocket on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It's linked through our page as well, aspsystem.co.
Gotcha.
It's on there. You've got your social media tabs. You can find us on Facebook. I think we have a Twitter account too. I should probably start doing something with that.
Yeah. Instagram, man.
I'm not even really sure exactly what Twitter is.
It's weird. Our Twitter is our Instagram post.
And I'm not
You
even
just
really
shared
sure
Twitter.
what Instagram is.
You can link. I think you can link your
Twitter
Facebook
is
to it
dumb,
also.
and Instagram is Twitter for people that can't read well.
Because Instagram's got pictures, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's probably the one we want to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instagram would be
I think
good.
you can tweet pictures too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that.
Something like that.
You handle all that crap.
So we'd like to thank our sponsors. We've got ICE Training, icetraining.us. Also have our bandwidth sponsor, SDI, www.sdi.edu. And yes, I said www. Somebody trolled us and said, you don't got to say www every time.
It's habit.
2015. We all know.
It's habit.
Anyways, sdi.edu if you want to become a gunsmith, get your associate's degree in firearms technology, or even just do the armors courses for the AR-15, 1022, etc., etc.
Holder and Green Professional Real Estate Services, HG Press for all your Middle Tennessee real estate needs. Give those gun-friendly guys and girls a call. And they are affiliate brokers with Benchmark Realty. Holder and Green Professional Real Estate Services, 1-800-615-1840, extension 2222. And especially if you're a veteran, give them a call, and they can help you get in touch with the right people to secure a VA loan.
CantuBrunerDesigns.com. Cantu Bruner, Dax Bruner, and all his really cool caliber pins that he makes from shell casings.
1776 United. Go there and get our Talking Lead t-shirt, Hardcore Operator t-shirt, and their cool hats and shirts that 1776 United provides. So it's 1776united.com.
And SavoyLeather.com. Jeremiah Savoy can put just about anything on there. Really good Christmas present since it's coming up soon. Alex, man, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out, buddy.
Thank you.
Looking
Hopefully.
forward to the 6th.
Yeah, I hope you all come out.
And I'm looking forward to coming and
Are you?
yes,
Good
coming
for you.
and killing a deer on a certain property somewhere in the Nashville area soon. Maybe.
You looking at him or you looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
All right.
I've been trying to get up there for the last couple of weeks. It's been elusive.
And as always, left hand,
Keep your loved ones close.
And your firearms closer.
With the ASP system.